I'm Chandrakala G Raju. I belong to Information Science Department. I'm an assistant professor working in Information Science Department. So we are offering this institutional elective, the database management system. So the database management system is considered as an institutional elective. The reason is, so everywhere we go, we are surrounded by data nowadays because all India is going through digital India. And whenever we go for digital India, so we are storing all the data in the computer. So whenever we want to store all the data in the computer, so in what format we would like to store? So it can be any field. So whether you take an information student or a computer science student or an electronic student or a mechanical student or any field manufacturing unit. So wherever you go, you are seeing the data. So what do you consider it as a data then? So the data is nothing but a recorded item. So what is a recorded item? So the item which can be recorded is nothing but a data, and that is, suppose take an example of student. So what are the items you can record regarding the student? What are the things you can record is your name, USN, age, date of birth, etc., address. So whenever you consider the data regarding a student, you are storing the related information. So that is nothing but a database. So now a raw item is nothing but a data, and now whenever you are storing the related information, the related data, then it becomes a database. So example, student database. Student database. So now, in order to store earlier, we used to store the student information in our earlier days also. But how we used to store? We used to store in a book format. So now we are storing that in a computer. So now whenever we want to store it in a computer, we go for a digital form. So that is, we store it in a tabular format. The information of a student name, address, phone number, everything, we store it in a tabular format. So now, when we want to store it in a tabular format, now how to write it into the computer? So now there plays a software we need. So now that software, to write it in the computer, we call it as database management system. Database management system. So now this you can analyze with database is nothing but a student information. Now you are writing a software for writing that information into the computer. So that is nothing but a pen. So your book, you can consider it as book and pen, together form a database management system, DBMS. Okay, so that is what we are going to study in this course. Now, how you can store the data in the computer and what are the ways you can add the information into the computer and how can you delete the records from the computer and how you can manipulate it. So for manipulating, so you require a little bit of programming knowledge in it. So that is, it is a high-level programming language as part of this course you are studying. So that is SQL, sequential query language. So this sequential query language is nothing but an English-like statement. The students who have undergone C programming subject and plus the maths background. So that is basic is necessary for this course is only these programming knowledge, logical reasoning plus mathematics background is required to go through this database management system. And why you should study this subject? What are the applications of it? So the applications are in wherever we see the data. If you go to a supermarket, so you are purchasing any item there, you can see the bip sound there. everything, whatever you purchased, they'll give you a bill. So now they will maintain the data there, again comes into a database there. Okay, and then customer details, wherever you go, customer details are recorded. You will get a mail to your mailboxes regarding what and all you have seen in your Facebook account. So how they are doing it? They're doing it based on your interest. They are calculating, they are analyzing your interest based on the date, based on the pictures you are going to see on the web, internet. So that is everywhere you go to a Flipkart, again the database is placed over there. If you go to an Amazon, you want to purchase any item there, again a database. Background, a database is maintained regarding your details, which day you purchased, what items you purchased. Based on that, you will get a mails regarding that whenever an offer comes on that particular item. And if you take any other type of industry, airline industry, you go, you want to book a ticket, again database comes into picture. You want to go for a stock exchange, again suppose you want to see how many shares market, anything you want to see, again database is placed over major role there. If you want to become a medical electronics, if you are using any device there, you are recording the data there. If you are using any machinery tool there, so again you are recording based on the details. Which I have conducted this experiment today. What was my previous result? You want to analyze, again data comes into picture. So that is the reason database management system is an essential subject to each and every branch of an engineer to go through. This is a basic introduction to that particular subject, and based on this subject, you can, when you go to an industry, you can develop a real applications based on the concepts, whatever you have learned through this course, database management system. So, and this is a 4-credit subject, and it involves only the maths plus the logical reasoning. So, anybody can go for this particular course. Thank you.